Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome, everybody. This is Jerry Ziegenfuss. I'm calling in from sunny Florida and very hot Florida. I'm happy to welcome all of you to our Monday morning miracle call. I'm sending a special welcome out to our new people on the call, and you'll soon hear why we call it our miracle call. And please, if our newbies, as I call them, have any miracles, which are results of your own, please raise your hand and chime in with the rest of us, because everything we hear on this call, we're so appreciative of. We may never have heard your result before, and it might help somebody out there. And we're on a quest of healing. So to raise your hand, if you haven't been with us, at the bottom of the screen, you'll see an icon located. It says raise your hand. Okay, please raise it and leave it up while we are talking. It places you on the screen so I can call on you in the order that it was done. And if you don't mind, please limit your conversation and your testimonies to about 30 seconds to a minute. That way it gives time for everybody. And then if you have more wonderful results, you can come back in and we'll call on you again, as long as we stay within our 30-minute call. So we like to stay compliant with the company. And that means please don't mention the names of diseases. We try to say symptoms, describe it, what's going on. We a lot of times will know what you're talking about. And please let us know how you were before, how you are after, and which patches you used. And like I mentioned or didn't mention, the first 15 minutes, we like to stay with our X39. It's our granddaddy patch. I mean, that's our first patch we suggest people to start with, because it covers so many great things that it'll help you with. So as I mentioned about staying compliant, we do not claim to cure, treat, diagnose, or prevent any condition. Also, if you have any questions, please ask them, because we have so many people on here that have been using the patches for so long, and they'll be able to help out with all of your questions. So anyways, with that, I don't see any hands up yet, so don't be shy. Please put your hands up and let's get going. And great. John, thank you for starting us off this morning. How are you?
I'm good, Jerry. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I just wanted to say I've been on the X39 for 18 months now. And I also use it in conjunction with Eon and X49. And it's like I've said before, it's cumulative. It just keeps getting better and better. And so my physical health, at 74 years old, I've got more energy every day. It just kind of accumulates. And it's amazing. So yesterday I was in church. And I shared it with another person who just had all kinds of questions. But what it's done for me is it's grown my spiritual life. I mean, it's lifestyle medicine is what it means to me. And I'm so excited about the opportunity to share something that is so different than our traditional healthcare. And this LifeWave, the X39, is the patch that goes into as the gateway to it. And it just keeps getting better and better and better as far as my cognitive thinking about the clarity that I'm getting and gaining, not only the energy, but I just can't believe how incredible the cognitive thought and the clarity that I'm getting from the X39 as far as what I'm doing.
Oh, well, thank you so much for telling all of us about it. And as he said, if you were listening, cumulative, that means the longer you wear it, the better you're going to be. And you just want to be consistent, persistent, and stay on the patches, because like John is getting after 18 months, wonderful results. So thank you for sharing, John.
You're welcome.
Darlene, please come in.
This past Friday, I had a massage, and I think she must have loosened something up in my lymphatic system, because about an hour later, I started running a fever, feeling achy, and I added a few extra patches. I already had my X39 and X49 on, and within 4 hours, I had no fever, I had no aches, and I was feeling normal again. So it was amazing.
Yeah, I guess it was sleeping in there and she got it started. So wonderful share. Thank you, Darlene. I don't see any more hands up. I guess I'll go on one subject that I like. my fur babies. I have had so many results with my dogs. And, you know, all you have to do is take your X39 patch off and reuse it after you're done with it. And the results have been amazing. My one dog was on medicine, Apoquel, for a year for allergies. They were running out of his eyes. She was miserable, and didn't take long, and she wasn't on Apoquel anymore. And I'll have to tell you about the other one later because it's a different patch, but they do help our fur babies. One of my teammates, she had a 6-month-old dog that got trampled by her horse, and it had a limp and was in pain forever. Well, the dog now is 6.5 years old, and she repurposed her X39 on this dog, sent me a video, and this dog is now running around. And she says it doesn't cry and stuff like that. So please use them on your fur babies, all your animals. They help. We even had a testimony one time about putting them on a fish tank, and they saw results. So, you know, always do what you want to do because there's more and more things that it helps, and you can let us know about your results. So great. Karen, please come in.
I had to remember to unmute. I'm so used to not being muted. Well, when I was in my 20s, my thyroid just didn't work. It was that low thing. It was amazingly horrible. And I didn't actually have it diagnosed for a long time because the first doctor I talked to said, oh, all fat people want to think it's their thyroid. And so it wasn't diagnosed for many years. But when it finally was, since my 20s, I had that thing where, you know, your immune system attacks itself, and this one was particularly aimed at the thyroid. Had that for decades, many decades, and after 3 years using the X39 patch, I have absolutely no signs at all in my tests of anything that's my immune system attacking itself. And to me, that seems like a miracle. It is so amazing. And I've had 2 separate tests a year apart, and still absolutely no signs of that immune thing hurting my own immune system, hurting myself. So I think that's pretty powerful. And that's all I got to say.
Thank you so much, Karen. And Karen, as she mentioned, she's one of our other hosts on Monday morning. Thank you so much for joining in and doing your part to help our, let's see, 106 people that are on right now hear the great stories. So thank you, Karen. John, you have another one for us.
Yeah, I just wanted to talk about my fur baby myself, what happened there. And then also,
give me some good stuff.
What happened was my dog was about 6 years old, had no hair on the back tail and just kind of moping around the house, no energy. And the tail looked like a rat's tail, no hair on it whatsoever. And the energy level was real low. So I took my X39, put it on the inside of his collar. And within 2 to 4 weeks, all the hair had grown back. It was fluffy. He was chasing squirrels when I took him to the park. It was incredible how much it just changed his whole demeanor. And I owe it all to the X39. And I just love repurposing them. I don't know how much I could say about this, but I take my X39 also and put it, I repurpose it and put it in my shoes and just tape it on my shoes. And I've got all my shoes now with patches on it. I don't know how effective they are, but sure makes me feel good. So that's
John, it can't hurt. But the other thing which he mentioned, and I didn't, and I want to tell you because people that are new are probably wondering, where do I put them? Like John said, you put them on the inside of the collar. But if you wear a bandana, a scarf, some people put it on their beds where they lay. Just as long as it's within about 3 inches of their body, it's going to help them. So just find a place that it's going to stay on. Most of the time, if you put it on the fur, it's not going to stay on. But, you know, some kind of a bandana or something like that, it'll work. So thank you, John, for sharing. Dolly, please unmute and come in.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I had a lump here, and even really, really fabulous reputation clinics told me it was just a big thing called a goiter or something like that. I don't even know what that is. But so I said, well, how sure are you? And he goes, well, 99% sure. And I said, well, what would make you 100% sure? And he said, a biopsy. So of course, then my thyroid was removed, and lots of things happen when that happens. Well, one thing.
Yeah, I guess so.
One thing was I had like 4 white hairs right here in this area. And I've been on the patches about 6 months, or I think. And look, not only that, some of my curls are back. I really have a hair now that I can do something with. It's just a miracle. I never, ever expected that, but I'm very, very thankful for it.
I'm sorry. I don't know if you can hear the noise here. I have my lawn men outside my window. I'm sorry. Anyways, that's wonderful news, Dolly. And yes, these other institutions don't always know what we know. And I love what Robin says, that maybe in their world, okay, it can't be done, but in our world, it can be. So always remember that, everyone, that, you know, it's, first of all, it's not going to hurt you. The patches will not hurt you. Nothing is going into the body. So, you know, if you have any doubts or something, try them. You're not going to hurt yourself with it. And you may be so surprised with the results. So we have something from David Schmidt that nobody has. I mean, nobody has what we have. And please use the technology, the patches, because they can only help. And I don't see any more hands. Oh, great. Okay. Michelle Garrett, please unmute and come on in.
Good morning. This is about one of my preferred customers. She's been using 39 and 49 consistently for probably about 2 years, maybe 3 years. And she's getting good results generally. And she burned her arm. She got 3rd-degree burns on the inside of her whole forearm on her dominant hand. And she showed me pictures, which I'll try to post, but it was pretty gruesome. It really kind of made me upset. Within 3 days, it started looking quite a bit better. And within 2 weeks, she has complete brand new skin on that 3rd-degree burn area. Went only 2 weeks.
Yeah. Amazing. Yes, please. If you want to help people, you have an arsenal in your little cupboard there. Please share. It's the best thing that we can do for people today. Christina, please unmute.
This is Christina's mother.
Oh, hi, Christina's mother.
She wanted me to tell you the story of mine. In 2015, they diagnosed me with a leaky valve in the heart. And if I didn't have surgery, it was going to take me. But I had went on patches in 21. And of course, I told him I didn't want surgery. And kept up with a cardiologist. And last fall, I went in for an examination, and he said I heal like an 18-year-old. And my blood pressure is better than his. And I no longer need surgery on that leaky valve.
Wow.
I've had 2 heart attacks and a double bypass, all before this leaky valve came up. So the heart's taken care of itself with the patches. It has straightened up my equilibrium. I used to sit on a bench to take showers. Now I put my foot up on the bench to wash it. Oh. So wow. They're marvelous. I love them. They have kept me going, and I'm 85.
Wow. That is a testimony. Thank you for sharing, Christina. And since we're on the subject of age, and we want to know, does it help people that are, you know, the target age was 60 and 70 when we began. We knew it was going to help. And as some of you have heard, my dad's 97. And the last 2 years has been, amazing results. And one is with the heart, that the said that the he is better now with his heart than when they put the pacemaker in 8 years ago. So you know, if you have any qualms about using it on somebody that's a little bit older, please do. It's going to improve their health. Christina, do you still have something to say before we move on to Ravel?
No, sorry about that.
Oh, that's okay. Ravel,
Thank
please
you.
unmute. Welcome to see you here today.
That's great to see and hear you, Jerry. You know, hearing leaky valve and what you shared, Jerry, I was reminded of a good friend of mine of several years who, after having a mild heart attack, she went on, I hope this is compliant. She went on X39 and gosh, and she followed the directions that David Schmidt had to deal with her plaque in her body. And after a year and a half, she and her cardiologist fired each other. It was just so exciting to hear. And then another preferred customer made note of the fact that her husband was feeling a lot of challenge in his neck. Yeah, he put on X39 and he said, "I don't believe it. I don't feel it anymore." That was just really quickly. That doesn't happen to everybody, but I just love the resources this community offers. We go to Live Younger, youtube.com, and how to help someone with heart problems, how to help someone with a viral infection, how to help someone with, you know, whatever it is we look for. So there's so many ways we can help people. I'm grateful to be here. Thank you.
Oh, thank you for sharing. And Ravel, I have a question since you mentioned about helping the person with plaque. Is there a special protocol people are probably wondering?
He mentioned a couple of things. One of them that she utilizes was pomegranate, and she just followed what he said to a T in that particular video, and it was miraculous. I think she mentioned within 6 or 7 months she started feeling a significant difference. So listening to of course David Schmidt and the resources of testimonials in this wonderful community just can make all the difference in someone else's life. So
Yes.
we're here for a good reason, and it's great to see each of you here.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing, Ravel. Robin, please unmute.
Well, hello, everyone. It's so wonderful to see all of you. And, you know, I just want to do a reminder about making sure that everyone, you know, when they get started, does the health tracker. And, you know, for those of us that have been around for a while, we've heard it today, things are cumulative over time. And it may seem more and more subtle, but there's wonderful changes happening all the time. So please, you know, remind your people to do the health tracker. And I remember a long, long time ago, we were on this morning call and Karen said, my crooked finger straightened out. And, you know, this finger was stuck like this for 20 years from an accident. And when she said that, I went, oh, it's like, I don't know if you guys could see that, but it wouldn't do that before. So it's just really fun, and make sure when you know, start new people off to take a really, take a good picture, a picture with good lighting of your face and any scars you have, because things do change. And several people have taken pictures of their hands. I know that Jennifer Starr's mother put, you know, Elavita on one hand and not on the other. And it was dramatic. So there's so many things that get better and better and better over time. So thank you, Jerry. And thank you, everybody. Okay.
Thank you, Robin. And just a real quick note with Robin about scars. Back to my dad, who's old and had good results. He had open heart surgery in 1969, left with 2 keloids. I mean, they were ugly on the throat and the belly button. They're gone. Smooth, everything. They're completely gone. Amazing. So Gianna, please unmute.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm going to move to the other room and the gardeners are going. I don't know if you can hear that.
No, I can't, but I knew mine was loud.
Okay.
Oops. You're muted again, Gianna. Are you coming back on?
Sorry about that.
Oh,
can you hear me now?
Okay. Now I can, yeah.
I don't know how that happened. Today's day 24 for me on the patches. I am diagnosed with something that for 30 years, that you have chronic fatigue, you have pain all over your body, brain fog, lots of different things like that. I won't say what the diagnosis is.
Yeah.
And on June 1st, Christina and Helen were at an event that I was at, and I was in a really, really bad flare up, and they put the patches on me. And in 20 minutes, my entire life changed.
Wow.
90% of the pain was gone. The brain fog was gone. It was like somebody peeled a piece of film out from in front of my eyes, and everything was clear. And it's just a miracle. This is life-changing for me.
Thank you so much, Gianna. It is, and so many people have that diagnosis and suffer. So thank you for sharing, and such congratulations for your results. Appreciate you coming on. So
thank you.
Kate, please unmute, and what do you have today?
Oh, thank you. Good morning. I was just blowing my nose like really, really hard a minute ago. And I thought, you know what? I have not mentioned this in a long time, and maybe only mentioned it once before. But in 1997, I had a procedure done. A doctor thought it could help with something he invented. But what he did was he burned through from one side of my nose in the sinuses area to the other. And I no longer could blow my nose because it couldn't build up the pressure for all those years until last year. And it's because of the patches. It healed that open pathway, and I can blow my nose. And you know, it's not something you think about a lot and talk about, because everybody can blow their nose.
Right.
But I couldn't. And this
that's
is
amazing.
such a blessing.
Wow. Kate, thank you for sharing that. I never heard that you say that before. So that was wonderful.
It's a weird one.
Yeah, thank you. You have a good day. Mara Ava, please unmute and come in.
Hi.
Hi.
Your brand partner, William, and he is liver. So he does heavy work on his feet all day long. And he had some nerve pain a couple weeks ago. So I said to him, you know what, put an X39E on. The nerve pain was on his feet. I said, put an X39 on one of your ankles and an E on the other ankle. And severe pain within 2 days, the pain was completely gone. And I just noticed this morning on Life Waivers, I think on purpose, Ian had put something about nerve pain. Somebody had asked a question, and she said to use the same patches. So I was just thrilled. He's thrilled to the point that he upgraded to platinum from gold.
Oh, wow.
And he's a true believer. True. He'll call me and say, what do I do for this? What do I do for that? And he just had amazing results. He couldn't believe the pain was completely gone.
Wow. Wonderful results. Thank you for sharing.
It's a miracle.
Yeah. Wonderful. Thank you. Dr. Tom.
Yeah, Mara is helping so many. Applause. And I wanted to jump in and applaud our miracle-making South African team. Rashida Patel just recently went director. And believe me, guys, everybody on the call wants to get to that director's call. That's one of the sweet spots of the week. So get to director, if only for that. And Rashida's younger daughter, Shamima, sponsored a beautiful lady, Roshni, who is an audiologist in South Africa, and a very dear to Roshni lady, who, Yavini, I hope you don't mind me sharing your story, had to stop working because of progressive disease. John did a great job, first off, saying the long game, the long game is the holy grail. And the longer you go, the better it gets. Some people have pretty dramatic stuff right away, which is great. But the big prize is in the long game with consistency, and we do get to break free of the sickness model. So Yavini Madure in Newcastle, South Africa, I want to introduce you and thank you for your beautiful husband, Kevin, walking you through a pretty cool week. Yeah. Would you like to tell your story?
Yes. Hi, everyone. Okay, let me start by saying that I'm a 41-year-old mom of 3. And on the 3rd of December, 2022, my world went into complete darkness. I became completely blind. So due to many complications, many strokes, heart attacks, I was left blind on the 3rd of December at 3:30 in the morning. When I woke up to go to the bathroom, I realized that everything was dark and was completely blind. My wonderful husband has taken me all over South Africa, every ophthalmologist, every specialist that we could think of, retina surgeon and specialists that we could get hold of. We tried and we were told that I am blind for life. So we had renovated our home and made everything comfortable so that I could be comfortable with my disability, my newfound disability. I was an educator of 16 years at a high school. I have 3 beautiful kids. My eldest is in matric, senior year of high school. So I was introduced to by Roshni to the patches. I did start on the 9th of June this year. I began with the X39 and Ice Wave. The very same day, I felt very different. So along with my blindness, I also had lost mobility on the right side of my body, my arm, my leg. My right eye was completely blind, black, and the right side of my face, my mouth, my cheek. On the 3rd day of using those patches, my husband opened the curtain in our room as every morning. I saw the sun clear, absolutely clear. I saw the sun before I felt it on my face. It was the most amazing feeling in this world after 18 months of complete darkness. During that week, I used it for a week. There was flashes of light, much better mobility on my right-hand side. I was able to wash my lamp, my God lamp, and perform a prayer. I was able to just have mobility around the house, confidence, lots of energy. And on Friday this week that passed, I began with Eon and Ice Wave. Kevin placed the patches for me at 7 in the evening. At 9, 9:05, I went my routine bathroom break. So my home has been renovated due to my blindness and my disability so that I am comfortable at home. My bathroom was renovated, so I have never ever seen the new renovations or the new bathroom, let's say. I had been to the toilet, and because I'm used of the route and the way I use the bathroom, I didn't notice at first. And as I went to wash my hands, I clearly saw the white sink and the taps after 18 months, of complete darkness. It was the very first time I saw my newly beautiful renovated bathroom. This lasted for 2 minutes, but it was the most beautiful and safest 2 minutes that I had felt in 18 months. Also, there was this day, I had an operation on my back in 2019. It was a carbuncle that was the back, and it was removed. It's a scar that formed. In this past few days, we have noticed that the scar is smooth and absolutely comfortable and not itchy. It is amazing results from less than 3 days. So just this morning, I have to share that this amazing feeling and amazing miracle took place. My little girl, she's 8, my youngest, was playing with the ball in the lounge. And without thinking, I saw her playing and kicking the ball in the lounge. And I scolded her and I told her, "What are you doing? Stop playing with the ball in the house." And she stopped dead in her tracks and she was like, "Mommy, you saw that?" And I was like, "Yes, baby, I see you. I feel you normally." But I could see her and I clearly saw the ball on the tiles and I saw the ball move and my little girl move from the side to side playing with the ball. It was the most amazing feeling in this world.
That's wonderful, Yvonne. What's
To
her
see my girl after 18 months was out of this world.
Roshni, thank you. Thank you. Oh my goodness. The results you've had. I'm so happy that this is recorded so everyone can hear what you just told us. Amazing results, and keep on patching. I mean, you know, it's only going to get better. Thank you, Dr. Tom, for bringing her on. Just amazing.
Yes, indeed. And yeah, you probably can't see, but you would have no idea how many hearts and celebration icons people are flashing. And I even knew how the story ended. And I have to say, the way you told it just brought waves of goosebumps. Thank you for who you are.
Thank you, Roshni. Thank you for being with us. And always come on, please. We love your stories and your results. God bless you. Take care.
God bless. Thank you.
Thank you. And we are now on our time limit. So, Robin, would you come in and lead us to the end?
Thank you, Jerry. Wonderful job. And Roshni, what a way to end our Monday morning miracle call with your amazing multi-dimensional, so many miracles you've had, and it just keeps getting better. So we're excited to hear over time. It's so wonderful. And there's a bunch of things in the chat. Yeah, there was a lot of tears that you brought to people today, tears of joy. And thank you that's the beauty and power of sharing your stories. Is, you know, we had someone say, "I know someone else that hasn't been able to see. I need to call them." You know, that's so much of why we share our stories, to inspire each other to reach out to people that could really benefit from this. So thank you everyone for your wonderful shares this morning. So tonight, Gregory and I are going to do a little recap of our trip, and it was, you know, it was, you know, words cannot express what words cannot express, but we're going to try tonight. And we did have a business meeting while we were there, and David was not able to be with us, but he sent us a lengthy video message, and we're going to be sharing about that tonight. And Meredith and Ryan were with us, and they both shared some wonderful things that we're going to share with you this evening. We'll share some of the slides about where we are, where we're going. I mean, David has a huge vision, you guys. We are definitely in the right place at the right time, and we have the right team coming together, and you're going to hear me talk a lot more about that. But they're building a fabulous team in corporate and laying some massive foundation to build to fulfill David's vision. And so with new technologies coming out in the fall, there's no, and you know, Meredith talked about how we're known now as the darling of the industry. A lot of companies are not doing well right now, and we are thriving as one of the, you know, the top growth companies in the world. So that's tonight. Tomorrow we have I'm waiting for confirmation, Dr. Barbara, hosted by Michelle, on our Power the Patch Tuesday night call, which is a great call to bring guests, where we talk about the products. And, you know, you're going to hear more talk about the opportunity. We've been so product focused, which is wonderful. And you know, the world is going through challenging times and people need opportunities more than ever. So we want to reach out and support people and changing their health and their wealth. So that's what we have for tonight and tomorrow. And I'm just so deeply moved by this call this morning. I'm so grateful to all of you, and such a beautiful job, Jerry. Such a beautiful job. So, oh, there's Gregory. Do you want to say anything, honey? You have a flag coming out of your head.
Yeah, there's a flag coming out. We're just, I'm out here on the deck. It's just a gorgeous day. It was wonderful in Bora Bora. It's always great to be home. There's no place like home. And we feel at home every Monday morning with all of you. This is, you know, what a great way to start our day, start our week. And what a beautiful story. Oh, thank you. Thank you. You know, I see the light. I see the light. Right. And we all do. And our products are based on light. So please join us tonight. We've got some really beautiful insights that we got from David, Meredith, and Ryan, some of which we're allowed to share. Or we'll take liberty to share. But, you know, we are just blessed to be with this darling company and with each other, and the future is very bright. So we'll see you all tonight. And if you'd like to unmute and say your farewells, now would be a good time to do that.
Great
Welcome
job.
home. Welcome home.
Have a great
Gregory.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Next 39 day.
Bye, everybody. Bye,
Thanks,
everyone. Have a
everybody.
great day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great call. Glad to have you back.
Bye, everybody. Thanks.
Bye.
Fabuloso.
Thank you.
Nice
job,
Jerry.
Thank you.